Hello. I hope almost all 31 participant has joined now. Okay, so able to hear now? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. So let me start the lecture now. Now, once again, good afternoon. So welcome to the final year first semester 4-1. I hope everybody is safe at homes, and at last we have our university has given opportunity to start the online classes for this semester. Now it's good that because it's get already almost like from March, so it's almost like August, right? So lost a lot of things. Now so hope we'll just continue. I think other lectures also they are taking classes. Now coming to our subject, it's a modern manufacturing methods. That's what the name of the subject, and almost all it's like a complete theory subject for you, and which has different manufacturing processes nowadays what we are using in industries. Okay, so that's why it's named as modern manufacturing methods. Now you just see here, this is the basic so let me just take a highlighter here. Yeah, yes. Now see, this is a basically subject, and coming to the second slide. Yeah. Now, for this particular class, we'll study about the introduction. So that's why I just kept as a introductory concepts. Okay. Now, what is exactly a manufacturing process? Now, all of you already got some idea about your manufacturing process because you have learned about your casting, forming, welding, machining, etc. Those are all comes under your manufacturing processes. Okay, so let's have a small introduction about what exactly a manufacturing process. Then we will go for what is meant by conventional machining processes and non-conventional machining processes, or it's called as modern manufacturing processes. Okay, now coming to the definition. So what is the manufacturing? So manufacturing is the process of processing of your raw materials or parts into finished goods, right? So you will be getting a raw material maybe in the form of a metal or wood, whatever may be. Okay, so I'm just taking that raw material and I'll be getting a finished good by subjecting to a process. That process is called as a manufacturing process. Now, how I can convert the raw material into finished good or finished product? So obviously, I must have all these things like tools. So obviously, I must need a tool to shape the metal, whatever may be the raw material. Then I must have a human or a person who will operate the machine. Okay. Obviously, you need a machinery. That's a basic thing. Then finally, you must need some sort of a coolants, lubricants, etc. So that's called as, okay. So one. Now you can see here. So that's why that basic definition of manufacturing. So it's a process of converting raw materials into finished goods by using a tool, labor, machinery, and some sort of a processing with like a coolant, etc. That's called as a manufacturing process. Now, why I need a efficient manufacturing technique? Now, obviously, you know that efficient manufacturing techniques are one which actually if you make use of efficient manufacturing techniques, there is a good economy what you are going to obtain, and also the product or the finished good what you are going to get will be of very lower cost. So that's the advantage of efficient manufacturing technique. So always we will be searching a method compared to the traditional methods. We'll always find, we'll have a research where we can find out a non-traditional method such that it will reduces time, it will increases the quality, and it will produce the finished product at very, very low cost. Okay, so that's about thing. Next. So if you just see a diagram here, the same thing what I explained in an earlier slide, I kept here. Now you see this diagram, the first one on the left side, which is a basic technical process. What is exactly meant by a manufacturing? So you have a material which is called as a raw material. We have a material which is called as a raw material, right? Then you will be subjecting that material with to some manufacturing process, and finally you will be getting a finished good or processed part. And for this manufacturing process to be carried out, I must need the four important things. One is machinery. Example, if I am performing a machining process using a lathe, obviously the lathe is called as a machine. And obviously what is a tooling? You must have some sort of a tool to cut that material. So that's nothing but your tooling. And obviously the machine doesn't runs on its own, so I must need a power to run that machinery. And finally I must need a person or a human intervention to operate that machine. So all the four are needed to convert this starting material or the material, raw material, into processed part. That process is called as a manufacturing process. And obviously you must see that whenever you have a lathe operation, I think you have worked out in your workshops and all. So that lathe operation, once I machine that material, finally I'll be getting a scrap or waste in the form of metal chips, etc. Okay, so that's the basic way how you can show a manufacturing process. When I go for a manufacturing process as the economical one, so obviously you know that to get a processed part, I must have a starting material is available. For that, I have to invest some money. Then I must buy a machine for which I have to invest some amount. And finally, I'll be getting a product which is a good quality one, and I'll be getting profit based upon the manufacturing process what I am carrying out. Okay, so that's about your what is exactly a manufacturing process. Okay, next. Now, what is basically conventional versus non-conventional machining process? I think up to now, what you have studied is about conventional machining process, where I'll just give you the difference. What is exactly conventional? Now, non-conventional machining process can also be called as non-traditional machining process, or it's called as a modern manufacturing processes. Okay. So modern manufacturing process, a part is will be like your non-conventional machining process or a non-traditional machining process. Now, what exactly a conventional machining process? So conventional machining process is nothing but which uses a sharp cutting tool to chip from workpiece by shear deformation. So obviously you know that whenever if you consider a lathe as an example, so I am performing turning operation on a lathe. So what will be using? You'll be using a high-speed steel tool, and obviously the job is rotated, the material is rotated, and the tool is actually pointed towards the material, and which will remove the excess material by shear deformation, and which produces the chips from the workpiece. And obviously I'll be getting the final product. And what are the different conventional machining process? So you can see here the example for a conventional machining process like turning, drilling, and milling, okay, etc. are some of the conventional machining process. Okay, now you got idea what exactly a conventional machining process. Then what is non-conventional machining process or non-traditional machining process are? So these are the processes which actually removes excess material. Now in conventional machining process also I am removing material, excess material to get the required shape by shear deformation using a cutting tool, sharp cutting tool. Now, what happens in non-conventional machining process? It's the group of processes that removes excess material by various techniques that involve some sort of a energy or some form of a energy. That energy may be like a mechanical energy or thermal energy or electrical energy or chemical energy. So using all these types of energy, if I use to remove the excess material from the raw material, then finally I'll be getting a final product, and that particular process is called as non-conventional machining process. Obviously, the last line indicates they doesn't use a sharp cutting tool as what we are using for the conventional machining. Okay, so you're not using a sharp cutting tools as that of conventional machining. Okay, right. Now come to the next slide. Now see, this is the some of the conventional process. Already you might have idea about this one. So this is basically your turning process. What you will do in the lathe here. So you'll be holding this in a check. Obviously, I want this is the base first. What is the diameter of the material? I want to convert to this step turning. So this is the basically your tool, cutting tool, and this is the new surface which actually you are obtaining by using a cutting tool. Okay, and obviously this is a rotating. That's the speed of rotation or speed of motion. Okay, and finally you are feeding, or that's called as feed and depth of cut. Those are the two very important parameters in machining. So that's the turning process. And coming to the drilling process, already what I explained here. So you have a drill bit as a tool. You have a drill bit as a tool, right? Now you have a material. I want to produce the holes. I want to produce the holes. I'll be using a drill bit, which a lot of fluids here, and obviously the material is going to be raw material is going to be drilled or getting a hole here by removing the material like this, and this motion is called as the feed of a drill, and basically this is called your workpiece. And what are the other conventional process? That is your milling process. That is a milling process, and the first one is yours what is called as a peripheral milling. You can see this how it's going to. So this is a milling cutter, right? And obviously you are going to feed this material towards the milling cutter, or milling cutter is rotating, material is stationary. Like that it will happen. So obviously it will remove the material. And similarly, you have the face milling, where you can see the tool or a milling cutter is moving in y direction, and it will remove the material. Here it's like a x direction. Okay, so speed of motion is in x direction, it's a y direction. So these are the some of the examples of your conventional machining process. Okay, next. So just don't worry about the diagram here, and these are your non-traditional machining process, or some of the non-traditional machining process, and your entire syllabus in modern manufacturing methods will be discussing about various non-traditional machining process, like ultrasonic machining. So in brief, I'll tell you that what exactly will happen, and we'll discuss in detail about ultrasonic machining, electron beam machining. So we'll just see here, machining is common in all the things, and there is some add-on available here, which is called as ultrasonic, electron beam, electrical discharge, laser beam, water jet, electrochemical, abrasive jet. Now you just see here the machining which is carried out using a ultrasonic waves is called as ultrasonic machining. I'll be using some sort of a laser beam for machining process, laser beam, electron beam, that's the electron beam machining, and electrical discharge, use the electrical energy, that's electrical discharge machining. Using a water jet, I'll be using that water jet machining, and obviously there's something called as electrochemical. There is some electrochemical process which is happening, which will remove the material here, which is called as electrochemical machining. And obviously the other one is abrasive jet. So the abrasive jet machining. So don't worry about this slide, and everything we'll be discussing in detail in the coming classes. Okay, right. Now, as part of your syllabus, this is the basic syllabus. I request everybody, I think I'll be giving you the material as well as the PowerPoint slides. And most of the time, I'll be recording these videos so that it will be available for your future reference. Okay. Now just see your modern manufacturing methods. And first of all, we have unit 1, which will be dealing about what is the need of a modern manufacturing method, that is non-traditional machining method, and one more concept called as rapid prototyping. So we will discuss these two things and how these non-traditional machining process are and rapid prototyping processes methods will be used nowadays for a precision and lean manufacturing. So all the topics I'll be discussing in detail later. Now we have like classification of different non-traditional production process. So as I said above, like electron chemical milling, the basic classification will be discussing. Then we'll be discussing entirely about your rapid prototyping process as part of a modern manufacturing process. Okay, that's about unit 1. Now, once you have basic introduction in unit 1, then we'll be going in detail about the different non-traditional machining process. To start with, we have ultrasonic machining. Obviously, what is the basic elements you need for the process, or a mechanics of metal removal, how the metal is going to remove by using a ultrasonic waves, and what are the parameters which actually affects the machining process. All these things we'll discuss. That is ultrasonic machining. Then we'll go for one more thing like abrasive jet machining, water jet machining, and abrasive water jet machining, and similarly basic mechanics for metal removal. So these are the second classification. Okay, and what are the applications, limitations, etc. Everything about your ultrasonic machining and abrasive jet and machining. Okay, so that's the thing available, right? Now, after that, we'll be going and dealing with the third one, which is electrochemical process of machining. As I said, you have electrochemical milling, electrochemical grinding, like that. So all these things are regarding electrochemical process. This is ultrasonic machining and abrasive water jet, and this is electrochemical. So all the different classifications what we're going to study in your syllabus. And you have using the thermal energy, you will be removing a material or material. So what happens, that particular process like EDM, like electric discharge machining, okay, electric discharge machining, electric discharge grinding. So all these things are very popular nowadays in industries, because we just and plasma machining, all these are very good manufacturing processes. And unit 5 will be dealing with your electron beam machining. All these are different types of varieties of modern manufacturing processes. Okay. Now you just imagine you are buying a car. Now car doesn't comes just on its own, right? So you have chassis, you have doors, you have engine, you have what you call as entire body, everything. Okay. So and you just take a single door of a car, which is made up of different small parts. Okay, right? Now you just see the Hosur. If you have a manufacturing of Hyundai cars, you have Hyundai company which is actually manufacturing the Hyundai cars. Now you have that particular assembly unit will be in the Hyundai, I mean Hosur. But what happens? You have a lot of units available which actually machines or supplies the small parts. Okay, suppose if you take a brake, right? Or if you just take wheels, I had to go for Wheel India Limited from what called as in Chennai. And if I go something called as Wheels India Limited for wheels, and brakes, you have Brakes India Limited. Like that, all these things are ancillary units which supplies different materials for the Hosur plant. And obviously, finally, you'll be getting a finished product as your beautiful car coming out for your ride. Okay, so nowadays you can see that I can't use a batch production or single part production like that for your cars. You know that cars will be manufacturing as a mass production. Now you just imagine what and all processes you have to subject to the car manufacturing, because you must generate per day around 20 cars, 30 cars means, then just imagine what sort of materials, what sort of a manufacturing process I have to subject to that particular various parts of the car. Okay, so obviously we will be using modern manufacturing processes. Nowadays you see that everything will be like a robotic control. all these electric discharge machining, grindings, everything using a robot, because I am operating a tool, and the tool is given or fed to the robot arm, and the robot is going to operate all these things, and finally I will be getting assembly unit, and finally I'll be getting the finished product. So this is about your the entire syllabus of your thing. And if you go for a textbooks, so obviously I'll be giving you a material, ebooks, whatever the thing available with me. And obviously these are the main books. So advanced machining processes by VK Jain, you can go for that, or you can go for something like Bhattacharya, New Technology, etc. So what are the books? Okay, and a lot of material is available. What you called as NPTEL lecture videos and YouTube videos. Everything is available. So you can just take the help of those things. Definitely, it's a very interesting subject. Okay, so these are the main reference textbooks. Okay, now, so for this particular class here, okay, now what I'll do, I'll just take this one thing like traditional machining. Now, what is basically a traditional machining or normal conventional machining? So traditional are also termed as conventional machining process. Normally remove material in the form of chips. Yes, by applying forces on the work material with a wedge-shaped cutting tool. Obviously, you know that the cutting tool must be harder compared to the workpiece. Or otherwise, what will happen? The workpiece will start cutting your cutting tool. Okay, so you have to use a wedge-shaped cutting tool that is harder than the work material under machining condition. So this is exactly what meant by traditional machining processes. Okay, now what is the manufacturing process? I think you are all aware of the different types of manufacturing processes. In general, what we are having, okay, these are the conventional, except the last one, that is additive, 3D printing, laser sintering. All these things almost like a conventional machining processes. To start with, forming, example, a forging, extrusion, rolling, and casting, die casting, sand casting, investment casting, and molding, injection molding, compression molding, blow molding. Okay, so those are the examples of molding process. And joining, you have welding, soldering, brazing, etc. Okay, and machining, as I said, turning, drilling, honing, broaching, planing, shaping, all these things comes under machining processes. And additive manufacturing process is nothing but your the new not sort new type of machining processor, or is a modern manufacturing process. Okay, now I'll stop this lecture with this. Okay, now I'll just give one more link after 10 minutes. Again, you join, so that another half an hour I'll extend, so that I'll take the class, and we'll see regarding the basic manufacturing processes, and what are the exactly the difference between traditional and non-traditional machine process. Okay, now we'll join again in another 10 minutes. Okay, so I'll share the link, another 5 minutes. Then maybe now it's 3:20, right? Now we'll join by 3:30. Okay, then I'll take second hour. Okay, thank you.